Okay, so let's start. Yeah, so guys, just try to keep up. So like I said we'll be creating this project. I really don't know what name to call the project yet, but I will be giving us some more or less like some folder structures that we'll be making use of. So let's have an include. Let's have an include folder, and let's have a library folder. I will later tell you why all these folders are actually important. Let's have a script folder in case you want to be running any scripts. Let's have a static folder. Okay, inside the static folder, since those things will be static files, let's create another folder inside the static folder. Let's have the CSS and let's have the JS. So since we are dealing with Python and we'll be using templates. So let me see my charts, please. All right, so guys, just try to follow along, and because if you try to code along, you might not be as fast as what I'll be doing. But as I'm writing it, I'll be explaining little by little. I hope you guys understand. So then, another thing that I want to add, I actually forgot what I wanted to add. Anyways, let's add another. So Ben, please guys, if you guys have any question, instead of you unmuting yourself, please just signify by raising up your hand and I'll allow you to talk. So moving on, I'm creating another folder. Let's call it templates. I'm sure you are already used to this templates folder. So we have like 5 folders and everything. Okay, so inside the 5 folders, aside from the 5 folders rather. So now let's create something. So what are we going to create, guys? What are we going to create? You've seen what we did the other time. The one I did a demo for you guys is like a car, whatever. So should we repeat that same car thing, or we should call it another name?
Repeat, sir.
Okay.
Repeat the cat stuff.
Guys, I said it the other time. Please try to just raise up your hand first, or you just respond via chats. Thank you, guys. So let's repeat the car on. So on this part, I'm creating a new file. I'm calling it car sales.py. So this is very empty. Now remember one of the things that I taught you guys, but before we go there, because this car sales, I know I'll be talking to an HTML page, so I can decide to create a template and call it a cars lists.html. All right. So remember what I taught you guys then about one shortcut. Who can remind me one of the shortcuts I gave you guys in the chats? All right. Before, as you are doing that, I saw Abednego's hand raised. Can I hear you? Abednego, you can talk.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, please, can we get a recording of this session?
Okay, I will try to make the recording available when I'm done. I will just record, I will get permission from the team, then I will make it available.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. All right, so moving on. So I asked you guys a question. I said, what was the name of the plugin? Not the plugin. Well, I showed you guys one shortcut using a plugin. Using the flag snippets. There was one shortcut that I showed you guys. Who can remind me? Oh, great. Thank you, Dennis. HW. So you guys just type HW. It gives me all this down. So you already know all these ones. But since the name of my file is car sales, so I think I can, it's safe to change this guy. Sorry. This guy to car sales. Carry this guy, dump it here, then dump it here. So I have car sales routes and have my slash. So let me call this guy my main method. main method. And instead of me to return hello world, because I have an HTML page that I want to return render templates. Notice something when I run my render templates, instead of me to, you know that when you guys want to do it, there's another way by which you guys can do it. You guys will be doing something like from this import render template. You understand all those ones. Now, that is from Flask import render template. But notice one thing, that when I typed render templates, when I was typing it, it gave me an autocomplete. I pressed enter. Automatically, it imported render template for me. So would you guys like to know the plugin that is doing that? So it's a very, very important plugin that you guys would so much love. So before moving on, let me just quickly show you. So that's the second plugin that I will show you guys. Showed you one last week and you guys are getting another one now. So just search for Pylance. Good. So there's a Pylance by Microsoft themselves. So just install the Pylance in your code editor. And once you install it, then you are okay. So the person that asked that is HW from VS Code, then that means you did not attend the last session. HW is from another extension that I gave you guys, which is Flask snippets. So if you install the Flask snippets, it will allow you to use some command, and you also see other commands too there. I hope I answered your question. So let me quickly just drop on the chat. So today's one is Pylance. So I need you guys to be documenting everything that I taught you guys. Last week one was Flask snippets. So today's one is Pylance. I think I've dropped it now. So with this now, so I return. So once you install the Flask, the Pylance, it will auto complete some things for you. And when it's auto completing it for you, it automatically imports the package for you. So this now, I do a return render templates inside the render template. So I take in my cars list.html. So I think that's basically the first thing that I want us to do here. So now, excuse me, for us to just quickly know that yes, we are on the right track. For us to know that yes, we are on the right track. So I do my Python sales.py. So it's already running on this. So I do my localhost. So if you notice that it's not showing anything, it's just an empty page. Reason mean that where I'm actually, more or less like what I'm doing is I've not done anything there. So I just wanted to show you that at least it's running. So let's go back here and let me stop this guy. So another thing that I want us to do is the fact that, yeah, because I will be writing some HTML content inside this car list. And when I write it, it will be displaying something. So I want us to quickly just design how our cast list page is going to look like. But before we design how it will look like, we'll still need to talk to the database and everything. Excuse me. And for us to talk to the database, I will show you how to do how to go about the connection string, everything. But I need to seed some data inside the database. So under this is my PG admin. I hope you guys can still see my screen though. So this is my PG admin. So I have under my databases, I have a database that I created. The name is vehicles. And under these vehicles, I go to my schemas and I go to my the public and I go to tables. So under this table, I created a table called CBL cars and everything. But since we are running an artist, so let's call it something else. I'll call it red cars. No, red devil cars. Is that okay with you guys? Oh, sorry, this is the select. So I create table red devil cars. It has, okay, Abednego, let me quickly hear you.
Okay, this is not to do. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, sorry. I'm not sure I heard you explaining the purpose of the folder, some of the folders you open, like include and stuff.
I will get to that, Abednego, don't worry, I will get to that. Yeah. So moving on, so I'm calling it the Red Devil cars. So we have an ID of type integer, we have a name of type varchar 100, we have a year of type integer, and we have a price of type floats. So once I do that, then I do an insert. Let's just do an insert. So for us to just seed some, let me remove this one. For us to seed some data into the table Red Devil cars. So I'm changing this to Red Devil cars. So guys, if you don't want us to use any of these names, so let's just quickly just alter some things here. So which cars do you have? You have Mercedes, Benz. Let's change this one to Ford Edge. Let's, guys, your sound is still up. What's Nissan do? Nissan Mira. If there's any car like that, let's change this one to Toyota Tundra. So then let's just alter the price a little bit. 5, 3, 2. I hope you guys just understand what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to create some unique data. You understand? So then I do my run. Good. So it has already run it for me. So now I can just do select all from Red Devil cars. So with this, I have all those things here. So everything we have here, so we want to find a way to display it back on our page. I hope that makes sense, guys. So that's like the first thing that we're going to do. So coming back to our code editor, since we already done that. So, but before we even list it here, let's come back to our Python page and let's try to add a connection string. So let's create another connection function, connection. So for this, let me call this my server name. So let me just be adding some comments. My server name. And let me create my name of database. So this is how I just do mine, guys. So you understand why I'm doing it like this in a jiffy. So my database. And let me create my U. This should be, I hope you guys understand that this U is my username. And what's the last one? Last should be password. Then let's do password. So for now, my server name is localhost. My database, what was the name? We called it the Red Devil. Yeah, the Red Devil cars. I've copied it before. My username, that's Postgres. I think I'm correct. Yeah, Postgres. My password. So now that I have these 4 things now, so I can now proceed to do connection equals to, so I now call in my PSY cycle PG. So I call this cycle PG2. Notice one thing, immediately I clicked on cycle PG2. See what happened here, guys. It imported it for me, import cycle PG2. So that's the power of that Pylance extension. You guys will so much enjoy it. So, and it has already given me access to all the methods in it. So slash connect. So this one, with this, you can actually see what CyclePG does and everything. So from this one, guys, you can see it takes in, they've given you an example, more or less like an example. So you can have like DB name, you can see, can have your user equals to this, you can have password equals to this, or you can use this set of keyword, database equals to this, user equals to this, password equals to this. I hope that makes sense, guys. So now that's the same concept I will now be using. So for host name or server name, so that one is called host. So I called it, so I just assign it to what I have here already. You understand? So then I move on. So username is called user. So user, I make it, what's my username? I make it U, and then password. So that one is password. I make it P, then what's the last one? Database. I make that one D. So with this, then I now do my return. I return the con. Okay. So now that I've done this, it's more or less like I'm invoking a connection that, okay, fine, you know what, guy, go and connect to this database, Red Devil Cast, using on localhost, using my username Postgres and my password as password. And so this guy is now using this cycle PG. So is using this particular cycle PG PostgreSQL adapter. So it invokes my what's called my connection string, and it returns the connection parameter and everything for me. So once I'm done doing that one, so here, instead of me to just return render template like that, so let me just create an empty array of cars. And I'll show you why I'm creating an empty array of cars now. So this connection that I've already opened there. So connection. Goes to connection, then we have cursor. I'm sure that you guys no, don't give me this. Don't want this. Just give me cursor directly. Sorry, I've forgotten I'm using the one method. So equals to connection plus cursor. So then this one, let me now do my cursor. Execute. So what is this executing? So I'm giving you my SQL query. So I'm using pure SQL, guys. Select all from what do we call it the other time? Table Red Devil Car. So let's paste this guy here. So once this guy selects it for me, select everything you have here. So then when it selects everything inside this cursor, I should be able to get everything I have there. So that's why I now do a for row in cursor dot fetch all. I need everything this guy is bringing back. So for row cursor dot fetch all. So I will not do a cast. So most of the things that you guys are learning already in Python, these are the usefulness. So now I want to append everything I'm getting inside the row. I want to append it here now. So let me open my curly brace. So the first part, which is the ID. So what's the ID? So whatever this guy is bringing back, the first row, that's where my ID should be. So then the other thing that I think I'm expecting is I'm expecting name. Guys, there's still a sound somewhere. It's Sikaku Charles. All right, so moving on. Name. So I have a row. Name should be row 1. Then so I have year. Year should be should be row 2. Then I have price. Let me be sure that I'm correct. Heading in year price. Okay, I have price. So I have price. That should be row 3. Okay. So once I'm done with this one, I need to close the connection. Guys, please always remember this one. Don't ever forget. Don't leave the connection open. I close it, then I'm back to this part. where I'm returning my render template car list. But there's something, if I just return car list, it's just going to return an empty, it's not sending anything to this car list, no, HTML. So now I need to send my array. The array I'm already getting, everything I've already appended to this array. I need to send it straight up. So that's just the layman explanation. I need to send it straight up to the cars lists so that I'll be able to use it there. So that's why I'll just do comma here and say cars equals to cars. So with this, I've already used this guy. I've set my, what's it called? I've appended everything and I'm now sending it to this card list.html page. So when we are done with this guy, let's now move on to the HTML page. So for us to use this HTML page, so for us to make it fine and everything, we will introduce you guys to Bootstrap. So normally, so for the question that Abednego asked, so coming to this Python, to this static now, for example, under this CSS, by the time we extend it to a reasonable level, this particular project, under this CSS, we want to write, let's say, I create a new file and I call it main.css. I want to be writing my own internal CSS myself. I put that under this CSS. So let's say I want to write a JavaScript that will be doing some basic things for me, and I want to call it main.js. So I'll put that under this JS file. So that's why this static. I don't just want to be putting all my Python file will be here, and it will be here on the same page. No, I don't want that. It will make it interesting. So now, for the script part, so let's assume that for this kind of thing that I want to do now, I want to use Bootstrap. So for me to use Bootstrap, I think I'll use the online CDN version of the Bootstrap. So I think I copied it somewhere. So this is it here. I will explain what I'm copying though. So let me just drop this guy here. Sorry, I'm inside main.js, my bad. So I'm back into HTML. So I dump it here. So this one is just more or less like telling you, okay, link rel, style sheets. I hope you guys understand all these basic HTML, right? So I'm calling, okay, give me access to Bootstrap CSS and give me access to the JavaScript version of Bootstrap as well, so that my page I can always do things in my page that can make it responsive. So now that I have this already, the Bootstrap part. So now let's quickly move on to the HTML code. So I want to create a table that's going to take all those things. So I don't need to do something much. I just need to type table. My auto completes the table for me. So, but table, since I'm using this guy, what's it called? Bootstrap, it gives me access to some internal CSS built-in functions and everything, which I will use one of it. So I call class, I enter, so it give me access to this table. So it will give me a table. So the Bootstrap already knows that, yes, I'm actually, what I want to create is actually a table. So for every table, there's something called the t-head. So I open my t-head, and inside the t-head, there's a tr. So the tr, so I think that's like the row, the name for the rows and everything. I hope you guys understand that part. So I enter the tr. So inside the tr, so I want the data itself. So that's the th. So inside the th, so I have different th. So this one I'll just do control. Why is my duplicate not working? Anyway, so since it's not working, so I will just paste. So since th, okay, you know what? Let me remove it first so I can finish what I want to do. So I give it a scope. Let me give it a column. COP. I want this guy to talk a bit. Makes sense. Scope. So let me give it call. So with this now, I can copy this guy and paste and paste. So inside this place, give me the ID. For this one, give me the name. What next? Year, price. That means I need one more then. For this one, give me the year for this one, give me the price. Okay, I think, yeah, price and everything. So under the tiered, still under the table and everything, I have my T-body. T-body means that the content that I'll be putting inside, the content I'll be putting in. So before I start declaring my TR and my TD, like my data, so let me bring in, what's it called, from my car sales.py. So let me bring it in here. That okay, fine. Or I can recognize that. So as I'm injecting my cars array here, so let me allow the HTML page to actually know that it's coming in here. So that's why I create this. I'm sure that is not a new thing for you guys. So where's my percentage? So I come here and I do for car in cars. Okay, for cars, let's optimize just this here. So let's just do car dots ID. No, give me class. So car dot ID. Done for car dot ID. Okay, so let me duplicate this. I think that should be 4. So this one is the name. Is the year. And this one is the price. Sorry guys, am I too fast? Please let me know in the comment section. Am I too fast? Hello? And I hope you guys are understanding everything I'm doing. Just let me know if I'm too fast. It's even if we can't finish it today, it's not a must. At least let's know that everything I'm doing, you guys understand it. So I'm waiting on you guys' comments. All right, great. So since I have this guy, okay, I think I made a mistake. I meant to use TD. My TR should just be here. You know what? Let me try to do this one without confusing you guys. Okay, so I want to change this guy. Continue. So I want to change this guy. So I want to just do this, find a place, replace TR, replace with TD. Replace all. So guys, I hope you understand what I did here. Abednego, I'm with you. I can talk.
Sorry, please. What's the key combination you use to find all?
Yeah, so I did Control F, that's all. So all I just did, I copied it, I took it to another page and I did Control F. So when you Control F comes in, so there's an arrow here, click it. So I replace whatever I want to replace. So this just replace, or this one is just replace all. Is that okay?
Is there a way to do it on the same page?
Okay, so if I want to do it on the same page, I will have to, I'm changing it to TD. That means it will change this same TR as well to TD, which is what I didn't want. So that was why I took it to another page. Okay, so I have another TR as well here. So come here, cut. So with this, I think we are good. Let me clean up my code a little bit. I think we are good. So then let me just end my for statements, my for loop. So that's another thing that you guys should always pay attention to. Please learn how to remember to always close your for loop. So I think we can test. Control C. So let's do this again. Oh, sorry, database Red Devil Cars. Sorry, it wasn't Red Devil Cars. That's not the name of the DB. The name of the DB is let's go back to the code. So nobody even remember. The name of the DB is vehicles. Hold on. So the name, that's the vehicles. Yeah, that's the name. So I save this. Let's refresh. Bam. So guys, here we go. So now we have it. So do you guys understand it up to this level before we move on? So with this, what we've been able to confirm is that we've been able to establish connection between our application and the database, and we're already fetching data from the database straight to our application. Does that make sense? Hello. All right, someone wants to see the last part of the HTML. So this is all I just needed. All I just did was I ended the for loop. All right, great. So guys, that means we can continue, right? Hello. Okay, great. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself and hope you guys are enjoying this session. Hope it's not too boring. If it's too boring, let's do something else. And hope you guys are learning. That's the main thing. I'm waiting for confirmation. All right, great. All right, so let's move on. Abednego, do you still want to talk? Because your hand was raised.
Yes, I want to talk.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, so in the render template function in your cars sales.py, is that function, that's return function. Is it return function? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know that return function. Yes. That render template is taking two parameters, right?
Yeah.
Second parameter, it's always because this object, I mean, this property cars, where is it from?
Is it? It's an empty array. It was an empty array before, so I appended all these things into it.
Okay, but you're setting cars to cars, right?
Yeah, sure.
So which is which? This green, the one in green, which object is this?
Okay. I think I understand. I think I understand your what's it called? Your confusion, kind of. So you want to actually understand which one, which is which, so to say, Abby. right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So to answer your question, let me just do something for you. Can you see what I did now? Eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, great. So with what I just did now, so
Yes. Yeah.
your network is a little bit is breaking kind of though. So you can see that nothing is coming here, right? All right, so let me now come to this page. So for cars,
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
so you
Yeah. I
can
just
see.
remember.
So
Yes.
did I answer your question like that?
Yeah. I know this. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
just
confusing here because of the same name that I used.
yeah. So that's what confused me.
All right, all right.
Thanks.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very
So should
much.
we leave it this way or we should take it back to the way it was before?
Cars equals cars makes sense.
Which one? The former or this?
Cars, the former one makes sense.
Okay, that's fine.
For the HTML, it looks good.
Uluwadare, so I think you might have access to the video later, because for me to more or less like recap, we've done so many things. Like we've gone a whole lot also. So, but to just do a recap, let me just do a quick recap so that it won't be like you miss out. And this for people that still need more explanation. So I created a folder structure here. I created the include, but we are not using this now. LIB, we are not using this now. Script, we are not using this now. Static, we are not using this now. So we're only using these two templates and our own normal Py. So I created the templates inside it. I created a carlist.html, then a cassis.py file, which is outside all these folder structures. So inside it, I showed you guys like the normal command I gave you guys then, which is HW. And from there, I created my connection instance. I used this part to connect to my database. There's one that connected to my database. So I created the first part, which is the default route. I call it the main method. So inside the main method, I created an empty array of type cars. So instead of it, so I invoked I initialized my connection string or my connection method rather. And so using that, I use my cursor to execute my query that is select all from my database. So I've already created a database called Red. Not a database, I've already created a table called Red Devil Cars. So let me just be sure of what we're doing. Yeah. So we've already created a table called Red Devil Cars and everything. So I'm just telling this guy that select everything from that particular table. So then I'm appending everything that's coming back. I'm appending it into this empty array that I already created. And I render it back to the render template into this car list.html. So inside the car list.html, so I just loop through everything. I create my page, then I loop through everything that is coming and I start appending it in the appropriate fields. Then I end my for loop. That's all. So that's where we've got into. So is a Kaku Charles. I think I'll try to provide like I said, I'll try to provide the video. So guys, we've wasted much time. Let's quickly write on. So then from this page that we have, there's something that is missing on this page. Because what we want to replicate, what is here, right? So this one has add new car, good. It has edit, it has delete. Okay, no wala. So we too, let's add our add new car. Let's put it here on this page. Let's put the add new car on this page. So from there, let's go back to our car list.html. And on top of this guy like this, so I can say my href what's happening now? href. Why am I not having a link? So Let me use the link. See, let me just type my thing myself. A class. Let me see. So this way I'll be talking to Bootstrap again. Bootstrap has one class called button BTN, then BTN primary. There's another one called BTN defaults. There's BTN success. There's BTN danger. So, but I'm using BTN primary here. Then let me use the href. So href, guys, there's a sound somewhere. Mohammed Ibrahim, please. So then add car. So although this add car we've not created it yet, but I'm just adding it down. So just have add car here, then let's just call it add new car. Add new car. Add new car. So I've already created the link here. So let's save this guy. Refresh. So we have this one here. But if you click on it, it's not going anywhere because we don't have a route for this yet. So I think it's looking like what we are trying to replicate already. So what's the next thing? Then let's create another HTML file, the add car. The add car that will be rendering. So then for the add car, for us to be able to use the add car, let's go to our car.py and let's go and create another route. So now, remember the last class we had as well. I showed you guys one of the shortcuts as well, which is apart from HW, I showed you that you can use something route GP. That one will create a route code snippet for you with the get and the post method. So I'm using that right now, route GP, I press enter. So it creates this for me. But since I'm using Cassius, so I change this guy to Cassius. So my method, let me change it to add car method. Then the route name, let me use add car as well. So I leave everything as it is. So then inside this method add car, what am I doing? So I will now confirm if the request is coming. So notice something here, guys. Request, immediately I press enter, it imports request for me from Flask. So that's one of the advantages of that balance. So if request.method is same thing as get, then what should you do? We should return render templates, then add car.html. I will explain this part for you guys. Then I think let's do if request, but if the request dot method is post. No. So this is one of the disadvantages of writing plenty languages, like I said, where I'm meant to use semicolon or be using full colon. Anyway, so from here we can now do. So what are the things that we need to actually add? We need to add for this one. Well, since we did not make this guy an auto increment and everything. So we'll just have to insert the data here for the ID. So we're inserting ID, we're inserting name, we're inserting year, we're inserting the price. So 4 things. So let's start with ID equals to integer. This one I'm just wrapping it and just for requests. Dot form. So first dot form, get whatever you see as ID. So I'll show you where we are using this one too. So ID, then what else am I having? So name. So since this one is like a normal string, so I don't need to wrap it. So I just do directly request us form, and I put in my name. What else? Then we have the year. Since year 2 is an integer, we do the same thing here. So to avoid repetition or writing again, so I paste this guy here. I change this one to year. So then we'll be having almost the same thing again for the last one, which is price. So price is equals to floats. So we'll change our price and we'll change our floats. I hope that makes sense. So then I now on my connection. Then I do equals to connection. Yeah, do this thing, not do so. Wow, let's forget this guy. So the connection. And let's now do Microsoft.execute. So I'm adding. Hold on. So someone has a brilliant question, and should the string format match what we have in our DP, e.g. name or name? So now, see, you can see what I am typing. I'm typing small letter name. So let's go to our DP. So you can see answer to your question. Can you see what we have in the DP? Capital name, that was what I created. But see what it changed it to. Can you see? Small letter name. So to just be on the safer side, just be on the safer side, just use your lowercase. But most times, even when you actually type all these things, man, it will definitely, when you create your table, even if you put your caps and everything, it will change it to lowercase. You're welcome. So let's continue, guys. All right, let's continue. So cursor execute. So what are we executing? We're executing an insert query. So how do you want to go about that? So let's do this. We type our insert into. We have the red devil cars. Yes, starting to red devil cars. Okay, so let's have this. We have the ID, comma, name, comma, yeah, comma, price. Then here I have my values. So let me give it my placeholder. So because I have 4 values, so I'm giving it 4 values. So where am I mapping to? ID. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. As values, this, I think we are good. Good. So the data we read. So what we just did is that the data we read from the phone control, from this phone control, is it. So we now pass it into this place using these values, and it gets saved into the database. I hope that makes sense, guys. So since we're already done that part, so let's commit. We're committing it, and let's do connection that's close. Then let's now do return. Or should we return? Let's return redirect here. Yeah, let's return direct. I think this should do it. I think this should do it. So I think we've done the major part for this. So the next thing for us to now do is to add something inside this, our add.html, add what the form and how we are going to be taking the form. Oh man. So are you guys following? And do you guys understand up to this level before we continue with this HTML part? Please, can I get your feedback? And do you guys want to just go for just few minutes break? Because yeah, we've been running everything all along, but I feel we should just take a few minutes break, unless you guys say otherwise. Okay, said I should run through the last again. Which last is that? I don't understand what you mean, Abdullah. So, guys, okay, you understand. So, guys, do you guys want to go for a break, or you want me to continue? All right, someone is suggesting that maybe a short break to test the Kahoot again. You know, that Kahoot might take our time. All right, Abednego, let me hear you.
So, sir, this class is supposed to last till 5, right? So I don't know if
yes, it will finish by 5.
By 5. So it's most likely that we won't finish this application today.
Yeah, most likely.
So I don't know.
Unless we want us to quickly rush.
I think we should just go through it, because we just have less than 25 minutes.
So we should continue, right? So
class.
do you guys all support it?
Yeah, exactly.
Otto, you want to use string formatting where? Please don't use it. It won't work. All right, so guys, writing on then. So then I will try to speed up a little bit, because our time is really, really fast spent. So yeah, for the HTML page, so let me create an edge. So inside my edge, I have my shoulder. Inside my shoulder, let's call it car details. And this guy. So we need that same bootstrap that we used the other time. So I'm just going to pick this guy. So now, for those that are asking about script, so assuming we have a script here, so instead of me to be, now get to imagine that. Imagine we have so many of those, these imports, that there are plenty. So that's how I will now be pasting. But assuming I have it in an include, I'll just need to be putting those include in this page, and that's all. I hope that makes sense, guys. All right, so putting these guys there. So that's the head tag. So let's go to the body. So let me create a string for myself. So card details here. Come in. What else do we want to do? Let's create a form. So form action. For now, let's leave it empty. Then the method. I want it to create a complete form. Method equals to posts. Okay. So this is one of the things that I want to make use of in Bootstrap. Let me use my form group. Okay. So let me give it a label. Label for, let me give it ID. And let me call it ID. Then input. So what input do I want to do? I want to do input text. Publicers to input text. Name is ID. Then the ID itself equals to ID. Let me give it a class. Sure. Okay, so since I'll be doing this over and over again, so let me just duplicate this because of time. So I'm just creating this. Let's call this model. So label for name, then name equals to, this one name equals to name, ID equals to name. Then I just hope I didn't miss anything there. So the next one is make the year. So this one is the text. Yeah. What else? So I've done the year, So the next one is the price. So this price. Okay. So after this div, so let's put a button. I think I want to do a button submit. So button type custom. Let me call this one submit. Let me call this one btn add. And class. So we use a bootstrap class btn, that is button btn success. Success, that's a green one. So then let's now do another one. Oh, what am I doing? This guy. Href. So this one take me back to the main page. And class. Okay. Use default. So you guys can see how default looks like. Cancel. Okay. I think we are good. Thank you, Yusuf. Let me just try that a bit. Can you see, Yusuf? It's not giving me that same thing. I don't know why my own is not working. Anyways, so I think so. Let's quickly just see something. So refresh. Match. So we can see now they add, okay, this, the price, then they submit, or they cancel because we use default, so it's not really showing very well. Let me change it back to primary. Okay, good. Should I change it back to primary? Oh, okay, is it dot? Thank you. A dot. Oh, great, makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Yusuf. Yeah, so as I was saying, I think we are more or less like done with this page. So, oh man, my neck. We just need to undo the update part for us to be able to update, that is edit and the delete. So meaning that we'll go back to the car lists page, and on this car list page, we're going to add 2 more tabs there that will undo that part. So Control C, this. So this one I call it edit, delete. So same thing will happen here because this is where the action will be. So hold on. Okay. Let me start on the track. Perfect. So href. So here I call it the update car. So for this one, for which car is it going to update? Let me give you the ID of the car you want to update. Just pass the ID car dot ID. That's all for here. And this goes here. Yeah, I think Same thing goes for, I really don't necessarily need the class for this. So this same thing goes for this as well. So this will now be update, delete, and this one is delete car. This car is in the car ID. So let's quickly just confirm what we have there. So back. Okay, so guys, you can see delete. So this one is not fine. I don't like it. So let me just quickly return the class back. What am I doing? Primary. Let's give it primary. Editing. So I copied this. Paste it here. Let's give it danger. Yeah, great. So you can see, works well. Okay, so all we just need to do is just to create another method. We've already created a method for adding of cars. Then we just need to create another one for what's it called, for updating the car. But even the one that is adding car, we did not test it. So let's just test now. So let's do add new car. Audi, sorry, ID, then Audi 1998. Submit. So guys, here we have it. So with this, I think we are done with the first part. This one is working very well. So the update part is not yet working. So let's quickly work on update part in a few minutes. So sorry, I forgot. I meant to delete this guy because I don't need it anymore. So man, so for the update car, remember the trick I said I have to create route GP. It has given me a route name. I'm on car sales. So I dumped this there, car sales. So let me call this updates car. This one I want to take in the integer of, remember, yes, great. Remember the first class we did, guys. Remember one thing I showed you guys, how to pass something into the URL, and that thing you'll be able to use it. So can you see that most of the things you've been taught in the past, you'll be seeing more of it come back to life now. So I have to pass a variable in your URL or address bar, and you'll be able to use whatever you pass there. So that's more or less like what we're doing here now. So I pass in my integer ID. Yeah. So let me call the method of this car. So what should I call this? I want to create an empty string. Let's create an empty string. Let me call it CR. CR equals to C. Connection equals to connection. You know this normal ones. Also con. And if the request method is a what? It's a get. So what should we do? So author, I'm with you. Hello, author, I thought you raised your hand.
Yes, sir. I was looking at this route parameter now. This int ID, is the int there for the type that we needed to pass in?
Yes, it takes the type. It takes the type automatically, so it's not like you really want to type it there.
Okay. What I'm
Let me
trying
show you.
to say is that if at all, maybe if I should type in a string now, is there any
Yeah, it won't work.
particular error to throw?
Yeah, it won't work obviously because you are using it for the edit. So see, for example, now, can you see the down part of my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
This URL, I don't know, maybe it's showing. Okay, I don't know. So what is showing is that /updates. So can you see with the ID? So this one you want to pass it to maybe like /car. You can see.
Yes,
There's no method that will accept this.
Okay.
All right. So let's quickly write down because time is going. Okay. Where was I? Count to execute a particular query. So what do I want to do first? For me to update, I need to actually get first. Get using that particular ID, that is get the value that is there. So select all from, you can use small letter from red devil cars. Okay, red devil cars. Where ID equals. So put my placeholder here. Then comma. So I now do what? I pass in my ID. Okay. So this is another issue again, brackets. This is brackets for this one, and this guys for this one. Hope I know going with the bracket. Let me go for this guy. Okay. So once I do this, I can do something like for in also just fetch all. So my MTR reader I've already done the append. So what am I appending? I'm appending everything, I'm getting it back. So this place, I can decide to go and copy it here. Because it's still more or less like the same thing I'm doing here. So then I do my connection, that's close. And I return render templates. HTML. Custom CR The first one. The first one. Okay. So, but if the request method is equals to and this can shadow. Let me just a paint. Let's do name, of course. Still. In fact, why am I even writing it? Same thing I just did there. Guys, there's a sound, oh, there's a sound. Otto, is your hand still up or maybe it was that other time? Grab this guy straight. Guys, you can see the indentation wahala in Python. It's very crazy, man. So we'll now do cursor. Let's execute. Then what am I executing? I'm executing updates. Right. Class. Set. Name. Course. This one we should just return redirects. Redirects, the one redirects to the phone. Okay, what am I having done twice? Oh man. So now with all this one that we've done, if you want to do any updates, it will definitely throw an error. I think okay, I think I'm back. So you guys can see my screen, right? Please respond via the chat if you guys can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. So I think we have gotten more or less like to the end part. We can just stop here and continue later. So let me just quickly show you one problem that we created for ourselves. This guy is still running. We'll confirm. Okay, it's not running again. Okay, so I said I sense an issue. This creates, after this update that we did, this car got an unexpected keyword argument ID. Okay, so what did we do? So it takes it in here. Guys, I've forgotten. You know, it needs to be passed here. So wait, well, okay. When I pass it in to my connection, get catch-all ID. So this should work.
Sir,
Yeah, I'm with you.
isn't that ID meant to be an integer?
What
like in
line?
the database that selects stuff from Red Devil's cars where ID is equal to, then you wrote string ID.
Okay.
It's supposed to be integer ID.
Okay, that part, how that part works is this. So see the query like this. Let me show you something. So everybody can use that one to learn. So select star from red devil class where ID equals to. So if I use integer, it will just pass it that where ID equals to 1. Something like this. So yeah, let's run this and let's see. Strange, brought answer. Hold on. 1. Okay. Hold on. Just not support indexing because of the indexing. No, hold on. You know what? Let me just retrace my steps back. I create the routes. New method of it. I pass the ID here. Return into this. So this one is the case. Let's start. Where it equals to this. So that ID 0 name. Yeah. Price 3. Price 3. Sorry, hold on, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm on a call. I'm coming. Yeah, hello. Sorry, guys. I had to quickly jump on the call. Well, we've already done 15 minutes past our normal time. And okay. Okay, pattern calls, okay. I think I think I know where the problem is coming from. I think I know where the problem is coming from. If you notice this one is not giving that same issue. This is not giving that same issue as well. Okay, no issue there. Issue here. List out of range. Okay. Photo is not giving issue as well. All right, that's fine. Hello guys. So I think it's already 60 minutes past our time, so that's why let me stop sharing. Let me stop recording.